Hello, my name is Shanika Joseph, and my subtopic that I chose was financial management. I chose the topic budgeting, and the definition of budgeting is being able to make a plan to manage your expenses. The reasons why you should make a budgeting plan it is so that you can manage the incoming funds coming into your account and the funds that are leaving. You can also manage how much you want to spend on things like school, groceries, and etc., friends and functions and trips. I attached a video that you can watch to know have how to create your own budget plan. There are other systems that you can also use, but this one is the most easiest for me. In my opinion, it's the most easiest and most recommended when you are first starting out. Hey everyone, and some of the pros of budgeting is that it allows you to differentiate between your needs and your wants, being able to know whether or not you're going to need this amount of money for groceries or do I want to spend the money on going to Sunsplash this weekend. It helps you balance it out. It helps you avoid the extra spending, like I said before, helping you cut out the extra grease, extra fat, things that you don't need to be spending your money on, like some subscriptions that on shows that you don't watch anymore and other stuff. It teaches you the importance of goal setting. It helps you reach a goal. So, for example, if I want to go on a trip and it costs $1,000, budgeting would help me. Budgeting would help me figure out how much I would need to save up to go to save monthly to go. It helps you stay financially stable. It keeps a budget plan will keep you on track. Helps you pay your bills, so you won't be behind it on anything. Helps you separate some money to do what you need to do. Some of the cons is that it takes a lot of time and effort. A budgeting plan is something that you're going to need to be on almost all the time. It needs to become a lifestyle. It needs to be a part of you. It needs to be something that you think about all the time because you will need to go back to it a lot of the time, especially if it's going to be watching your groceries, your rent, car insurance, and other stuff like that. It takes a lot of patience and trusting the process. A budgeting plan doesn't automatically work, especially if you are saving. When you are saving using a budgeting plan, it will take some time to notice that you're saving a lot of money. So if I start a budgeting plan right now to save money for a trip, it could take up to a year before I even have enough to get to where I'm going. It can also be very restricting. A budgeting plan is set in a way where you can change it to benefit you, but it also makes some restrictions so that you're not spending a huge amount of money and not having any money at all. Some of the ways you can use budgeting academically, or some of the ways I can use budgeting academically, is by making a list or making a plan of how I can pay for my classes, pay for my books, pay for other expenses that I would need to pay for as a student, while still being able to spend money on leisure items. Some of the ways I can use budgeting when I'm out of college is by obviously finding a way to balance out my debt and do everything else that I need to do, especially since I'm going to be out of college. I will be managing myself, I will be independent. So, knowing how to manage my money into groceries, car insurance, buying a car, finding a place to live, paying for that place, other things that I need when I'm older. So, that's how you can use it in post college. Some of the sites that I used is Six Reasons Why You Need Budgeting. Budgeting College Success is it's the course. It's the textbook name. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Tyler Rushing, and I will be doing Personal Finance from the Financial Management Group. What is personal finance? Personal finance is a term used to describe how an individual manages their money as well as saving and investing it. Why is personal finance important to have? Well, personal finance can benefit an individual by guiding them on how to budget their money, spend it wisely, and how to save it. It teaches people long term planning and what is required to do to prevent potential financial risk. How can you successfully manage and budget your money? Below is a video to watch after the presentation. Personal finance. Common personal expenses for college students: tuition, books and supplies, room and board, personal needs, and last but not least, transportation. All of these expenses are common for all types of college students, no matter what age or where you're from. Personal finance, sources of income for college students. Some income for college students include jobs, free application for federal student aid, FAFSA, loans, and grants and scholarships. Transitioning into college can be scary if you don't have a way to pay for it or if you can't afford it. These sources of income can help anyone achieve their goal with completing college. Setting financial goals. Monitor your spending, create a budget, consider working, choose loans wisely, and create SMART goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. All of these financial goals can help you with anything you want to do and can set you on the right foot to properly budgeting and managing your money. The reason why setting financial goals is important is because it helps individuals manage and track their expenses. Once you start setting financial goals, you will start to look at your money differently and see how every decision you make affects your greater financial health. Here are some questions that are commonly asked. How can I incorporate personal finance in my academic/school life? The way you can use personal finance in your academic/school life is by appropriately spending and saving your money for supplies and resources you'll need. Next question. How can I incorporate personal finance into my personal life? The way you can successfully use personal finance in your personal life is by prioritizing the things you need over the things you want. As a college/high school student, that is very hard for you to do, especially when you see things you really want, but you know you don't need it. That is a step forward into properly using personal finance into your personal life by prioritizing what you need, like eating, clothes, shelter, over the things you want, like shoes, new hats, new clothes. Those things are want. Needs are food, stuff like that. That'll help you get in the right mindset of prioritizing what you need. Once you learn how to properly do this, you will have a better perspective on where and how you're spending your money. Here are the sites that was used during our presentation, and that concludes my presentation. Thank you so much.